This segment brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or for more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Speaking of remarkable women, yes, we were. See, my little goodies that my friend Michelle sent me. Well, Michelle is always blessing us with cool stuff. And this morning she has another episode on an amazing woman that you might not have heard of. This is, honestly, I was not familiar with this lady's story. And that's why we have Michelle, because she just is a wealth of knowledge, and we love having her join us on Wednesday mornings. Good morning, Michelle.
Hey, good morning, Deb, and good morning to all our viewers. When Ellen Quinlan was born in 1889 in the southeast Kansas town of Parsons, little could anyone imagine the life she would lead. One of 12 siblings, Ellen left for Kansas City and would go on to become one of the most important fashion designers and producers in American history. Let's meet Nell Donnelly Reed. On March 6, 1889, Kate Quinlan gave birth to a baby girl in Parsons, Kansas. Ellen, called Nell or Nellie by her family and friends, was just one of the Quinlans' 12 children. After graduating from Parsons High School in 1904, young Nell left her hometown for the bright lights of Kansas City. While working as a stenographer, Nell met Paul Donnelly, who lived in the same boarding house. By 1905, Nell was a 17-year-old bride. Paul encouraged Nell to attend Lindenwood College outside St. Louis. While there, Nell was an excellent student and active in numerous clubs. She was the only married student at the college. After Lindenwood, Nell settled into domestic life. While at college, she learned the ins and outs of dressing well. Nell insisted that even though most women worked in the home, that didn't mean they should not look stylish. Most women settled for drab Mother Hubbard dresses that cost 69 cents. Armed with sewing skills, Nell created functional, stylish aprons and house dresses. She showed them to her friends, and they were a hit. In 1916, Nell started making her patented handy-dandy apron and house dresses in her home. With help from her friends and 2 industrial sewing machines, Nell produced over 200 pieces for Peck Dry Goods in Kansas City. Selling for $1 a piece, Nell's aprons and house dresses were more expensive, but women snapped them up. In 1919, Nell and Paul formed the Donnelly Garment Company, and the Nellie Don fashion empire was born. Good fit, durability, and attractive designs were the hallmarks of the Nellie Don label. By 1931, the company made $3.5 million and employed over 1,000 people, mainly women. Nell cared for her employees. They had a wide range of benefits that other employers did not provide, including educational assistance for employees and their children, an on-site clinic, health benefits, pension plans, and safe, clean working conditions. One of the most intriguing events of Nell's life took place in December 1931 when she and her chauffeur were abducted at gunpoint. They were spirited away from the city and held for $75,000 ransom in Bonner Springs. With the assistance of James A. Reed, a well-known Kansas City politician and neighbor of the Donnellys, Nell was found and freed. In 1932, Nell and Paul divorced, and she became the sole shareholder of the Donnelly Garment Company. By 1933, Nell found love once again with none other than her neighbor, James Reed. During World War II, Nell was asked by the War Department if she could mass-produce uniforms for women's military units. She said she could, but not if they were unattractive and ill-fitting. Once again, Nell's mantra of style and function came together, and the company produced uniforms for women serving in the armed forces. After the war, the Donnelly Garment Company was the largest manufacturer of women's clothing in the world. In 1956, Nell retired from the company that bore her name. She spent the rest of her days involved in charity work. When she died in 1991 at the age of 102, Nell Quinlan Donnelly Reed was heralded as a pioneering business entrepreneur and philanthropist. And to think, it all started while sewing around the kitchen table with her mother and sister in Parsons. I hope you enjoyed our trip back in time today, and that you'll join me next time for another historical adventure somewhere around Kansas.
I'm Deb Goodrich. Thank you for joining me this morning, and I'll see you somewhere around Kansas.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.
In 1821, a trade route was opened from Missouri in the United States across prairies and mountains to Mexico. In 2021, we will mark 200 years of epic conflicts and grand adventures, larger-than-life personalities, and sweeping landscapes. Join us on an historic journey. The Santa Fe Trail lives on.
Find us on social media or santafetrail.org.